Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the world of Astaria, the ongoing Dungeons and Dragons stream here on the Gamehouse Switch page and the Cast Iron Comics YouTube channel. I'm your host, your DM, your UM, your man of a million voices that all sound lazily the same, and boy oh boy, a guy who's been tired of just trying to fiercely write out some plots for a campaign, Chandler. And I am so glad to be back after such a long-ass hiatus, and to boot, I'm joined by all my cast members. We're joined by almost everyone. We have a top billing because his contract was renewed over the hiatus, playing the ever so stoic Aragon, my brother Braxton.
Well, hey, I'm glad. I didn't even realize my contract was up for renegotiation. So
Yeah,
that's why you have an agent. That's why you have representation.
Yeah,
they just handled that for you.
Yeah, your agents are a real ball buster, based because I'm that guy. Either way, we also have the group's moral compass, the holder of at least one stone, and the jovial Mina, played by Marie.
Hi everybody, glad to be back.
We have the group's ever so agile leader, Vanith, the Dawnbreaker, played by Zach, who's finally back. Hey, buddy.
Finally back. So happy to be here.
Can I ask a question off that intro?
Of course.
Yeah, I heard him say. Did he really say Vanith the Dawnbreaker?
Dawn, you filthy bastard. Dawn. D-A-W. Dawn.
Dawn.
Yeah, like a dish soap, yeah.
Listen.
Very informative about his character. Very informative.
Listen, it was a thing he told me. It was a dawn like the sunrise. And then I thought I was going to make it into a plot point, but then it just, it didn't feel like it would be a thing that would naturally come up. So I was like, okay, it's a cool name still, so I'll bring it up every once in a while. Next, we have the newest member to the group, the dwarven member, Eris, the ill-tempered yet somehow able to put up with this group, played by Sydney.
Hello.
Hello. And last but not least, Mr. Gamehouse himself, the man of patience of a saint when it comes to this group, and the elven gunslinger Revan, Rob.
Man, I get to be a saint today? That's pretty awesome.
I mean, you're a saint.
The first and only time in your life.
You're like a saint in the same way the Boondock Saints are saints, to where they just fucking shoot people, which actually fits.
About right.
Oh, so in name only?
Yeah.
Pretty much. I was wondering which religion I was a saint of, but I know which one that is.
Yeah. Does that make? Hold on. Tell me he's not just CEO in name only, right?
Hey, that might be true.
I've missed this group so much. I'm so glad to be back. But last we left off, the Doomsday Defenders, accompanied by Arrakis and Aiden, had made their way across the ocean to what was said to be the entrance to the depths, the Empire of the Depths. Coming across a ship of the dead, a storm giant, and various other small little ocean encounters, they finally were able to weigh anchor and take a couple of lifeboats out toward a bunch of shark guard, which they had met before, or at least seen similar guards before, were awaiting them on a small little sandbar. And as they parked these lifeboats, I'm going to change the splash page to the actual game page. Here we go. There, yeah. Now people can actually see what's going on. Here's the lifeboats. Right there, yeah, they're very nice. Didn't just drag and drop them in on the basic Roll20 shit. But yes, you all were about to disembark, putting on your rings that would allow you to breathe and see underwater. Aragon affixing one to SAB, and everyone else actually being able to, affix the ring very well. But Mina, for some reason, not needing one. You all were starting to park your boats, and were about to delve into the depths with the shark guard that were surrounding you. Is there anything you want to do or say before starting? this next leg of the adventure.
I'd like to summon my crab.
You summon
Aw.
Krabbith on your shoulder. He pops out of nowhere.
It's a great name.
Really?
Classic.
That reminds me, I need to make sure I have a mini in case you actually use him. Shit.
He is but a little familiar, but that's okay.
It's, you know what? Wait, I see something that's. Oh wait a minute, hold on, what's this? Yeah, I'll use this. This will work. It's small.
Nice.
All right.
He's just a little dude.
Yeah, he's
a
little.
little
He's just
dude.
high up, but he's little. He'll work if you guys get to that point. But yes, with that, the Shark Guard help you stow these lifeboats upon the sandbanks. The ship behind you, sort of still weighing anchor, kind of sitting there. And with that, you all take the plunge and dive deep into the waters around you. This sort of natural vortex kind of helping pull you down. The initial brush of the water around you, kind of cold initially, but as you keep going, it's not too bad to deal with. You keep diving deeper and deeper. Gradually, as the sort of rings start to kick in, your vision able to help you see in these sort of dark depths. Breathing, not a problem, as you all gradually sink deeper and deeper, until eventually you were kicked out of sort of a natural jet with one of the Shark Guard leading you. And while it is not too far off the distance, rapidly able to approach this, you make your way to the underwater city capital of... where's the name? Of Kaman.
Atlantis.
No, it's not Atlantis. I had to come up with my own name for it. We don't get sued with using the word
Copyright.
Atlantis.
True.
I had to make sure I didn't use the one from DC or Marvel, and the every other kind of business is just like, who gives a shit? But yes, diving deep into the depths of the Empire of the Depths, you see the capital city of Athkaman. This strange, very alien-looking type structure. You see Triton and various other, aquatic-born races like turtles, sea elves, mermaids, and various creatures kind of all going about their business. Gradually, you're led by the Shark Guard captain who you met with above the shore as he kind of leads you closer and closer to the city and gradually into the city. Various member citizens kind of looking at you all kind of like a surprise, like, oh, surface dwellers, kind of like as you're led to the aquatic streets and whatnot. Eventually, you gain sight of the kind of tallest structure, which is a very regal, yet very kind of sunken sort of building of opulence. As the Shark Guard captain looks to you all and simply says, "All right, is there anything you all need to do before going in? Are you ready to meet the Empress?"
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Scurvy?
I mean, being an aquatic species, I'm not immune to scurvy, but I don't really suffer it. For me, scurvy is only a problem when I'm on land for extended periods of time.
Well, you should make sure you get your prayers in so that you don't have to deal with it again. It's definitely a pretty big problem right now. I think my friend Vaneth here would, have something to say about it as well.
I'm sorry, what?
And don't worry about it.
Don't want to get scurvy. You don't want it.
I'm sorry, did the water get warmer? Are you all taking a piss?
Oh, that's so good.
Thank you all for tuning in. That's stream. No, we're still going. Hey, welcome to Stream Mono. Hopefully you're having fun. Wow, hey, we got 4 viewers. Welcome, everybody.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Welcome back. You're just in time for the one good joke I was able to come up with on the fly.
Wait, we do this show live?
Yes, we do this show live. So you want to stop saying some horrible profanity, Braxton? I mean, Aragon.
Well, I mean, that's good information though, because next time contract negotiations come around, live performances, that's premium content.
What?
Live is a little different,
Dude.
So just it's if you think you got hammered this time around, just wait.
That's my
Oh,
secret,
damn.
Rex. I'm always hammered, but that's a different subject to talk about. Either way,
This is actually an intervention.
no, not yet. You gotta wait
We're not
till at least
D&D
30.
today. We're having an intervention.
Either way,
We like to have fun around here.
True.
either way, you will preach the. I believe from last time, your new sort of deity you're trying to get into the atmosphere was the evil Emperor Scurv.
Yes, it's Lord
Oh,
Scourge.
yes.
Yes, evil Emperor Scurv to represent the immortal threat of scurvy.
Definitely immortal and definitely a threat.
Yes. Well, I mean,
And
hey,
both
you
are
know
fine.
what? If you get you know, actually, I want something for this one man.
There's no vaccines for scurvy.
Well, hey,
Okay.
don't bring that up. We don't want to get political.
We're gonna get flagged.
We did find that out
Flag.
last time we played. I remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this guy like hears what you're saying. He kind of nods along. He's like, yeah, I'll think about it. But either way, in all seriousness, is there anything you all need to do? Because we're about to go in to meet the Empress and the recently appointed champion by the bullshit council that was put up. Is there anything you all need to do, or is there anything you'd like perhaps to rest or something?
Oh.
I think I'm alright.
Yeah, I think I'm resting.
They're spreading the good word, so as long as I get to do that, then I'm good.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right. Well, you know, just maybe save the talk about Scurv for a little later. Just just a recommendation. I mean, it sounds fairly important. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like something I should sort of know about, but either way, perhaps just keep that in your back pocket.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. Thank you for the advice, and may the evil Emperor Scourge be with you.
Okay, so why is he evil? Like, you mean evil in the sense that he's bad, or is it just like that's just I'm not gonna get into it right now. As he kind of starts to swim inside,
Hard
and
decision.
beckons you all to swim after him. Chet's blowing up with Fishwife. But yes, you all start to make your way in, being led through the various corridors of this lavish-looking underwater kind of palace, until you're eventually led to a throne room. And I will put down an Arrakis token so you all can stand near him or in front of him. I just need to find the right one since there's now about like 50 Arrakises.
Arrakis is the best.
I'll make Vanith bigger.
Rack eye.
Young Baracus Obama.
Well, yes, you swim into the throne room. You see that there is multiple kind of shark guard flanking the area, with actually about 2 great white sharks swimming up and down across the room. You see a sort of like very well decorated Triton male standing about like maybe 5'9", which is pretty tall for a Triton. Next to him is a very, like thin, very surly looking mermaid who's big Coke bottle glasses, just sort of like nods to you as you start to enter. Flanking him is a massive great white, which seems to be kind of swimming kind of back and forth in place. And it's kind of sat upon a massive throne is a woman who would make Vanith feel a little short, as this Triton woman is sitting looking to you all and waiting for you to start approaching.
I approach.
By the sharks. I have a very healthy fear of them.
Yeah, Vanith, Revan, if you fear
I
sharks...
approach and I take a knee.
Arrakis kind of does the same.
I'm gonna hide behind Vanith.
Real quick,
The
Aragon,
water
are
is
you
definitely warmer over here this time.
Aragon, are you able to put your boy on the screen?
Oh, hold on. Excuse me. God damn it.
It's all good.
Where are you gonna? There she is. There's our girl.
What is going on?
I'm like,
Okay,
I'm
maybe
just gonna
this
hide behind you guys like usual.
Okay, there we go. Finally.
Fair.
So,
There's the SAV token. Yes, you all gradually swing forward, kind of find you all find it fairly easy to move through the water. Not like you're Aquaman able to just jet stream through it, but it's just like
Mhm.
I can I'm a little slower, but I can walk through this. As the
Get the hang of
Empress,
it.
yes, you all kind of like at least Vanith and Arrakis kind of taking a knee. What do the rest of you do as you approach?
I guess take a knee if
I mean,
Arrakis
how
is
would
doing
taking a
that.
knee work underwater? Like, would we have to kind of like keep
Just sort of
ourselves down?
really put your mind into it, really.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You remember those magic rings that helped you look like orcs back in the day, like long ago?
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
The kingdoms conspired again to think of rings that were like they won't work forever, but they should be good for at least the mission.
Sick.
Yeah, they allow you at least walk, think, and kind of act out what you would usually do on land, just a bit slower.
Okay,
Makes sense.
that's fair.
But yes, so if you taking a knee, as the Empress kind of rises up to her full height of let's see, what were my notes on that? Was she 8 foot? Triton women are royal Triton are pretty damn big once they grow to full height. So I just double check by pulling up her character sheet.
Just a Lady Demetrisky height.
Yeah, that's pretty apt.
Exactly. Just it's about the power,
Good.
It's like I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything other than the fact that she's just big lady. But yeah, she's about like 8 feet tall, kind of like rises up out of the throne and kind of starts to swim out to you like, well, I suppose you're all the people from the surface that I've been waiting for. Welcome.
Thank you. It is an honor to be in your presence.
Majesty.
Not impressed.
Shut up, Aragon.
I pee myself a little.
Well, we're in water, so no one's gonna notice.
You just see the steward kind of just be like, I understand that you are nervous, but please refrain from doing that in the presence of the Empress.
Well, they can sense it.
I know her visage is very intimidating, my good sir, but please refrain.
I'm not as afraid of her as I am of the sharks.
I apologize. This is all of our first time in your kingdom or any kingdom ceremony.
You see the Empress kind of like adjust her kind of necklace. It's like, I see. Well, it's quite all right. We don't usually have people from the surface down here, which is why I'm so very excited to have you all as guests.
Well, thank
Honor
you.
is ours.
Then please present to me why I am so lucky to entertain royal entourages of the surface world in my own court.
Well, there's a bit of an issue, and we were hoping that bringing the different nations together to fight this great evil would be the best way to approach this problem that we are facing.
And then I
Your Majesty.
I turn to Mina and I go, aren't we supposed to be down here for the kingdom too?
Yeah, we're also here for
Diplomatic reasons, I believe.
diplomatic reasons, but that's also why we're here. Your Majesty, oh great Empress.
Mina, roll me an advantage for just roll me an advantage charisma just for a second for saying okay Empress.
Okay. No.
No, this isn't gonna be like you're immediately executed. This is just like a fun thing for the DM. Okay, so first one's a 15.
Okay.
Okay.
Those are
15. She kind of like, here's what you said. Like, so basically you were saying that there's a problem on the surface and that you wish to unite not only the surface, but any other, powerful leader. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
She kind of like,
Yeah. Let's do
you see her kind of like relax with a little smile. It's like, well, I am more than excited to finally bring my people's greatness to the surface. And I am very happy to see that the world above has finally acknowledged said greatness. I am more than happy to discuss ways we can assist you all. And you kind of see the Triton male, who is much shorter but kind of decorated very, like highly, says, kind of like starts the button. However, there is a matter we also must discuss. A simple back and forth, I'm sure you will understand.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, the Empress won't introduce herself. I am the champion appointed by the council. I am ravenous, and I am very curious
well.
about this upcoming collaboration.
Yes.
And I'm sure you've been briefed on who this is, the Empress.
Yes, absolutely.
She kind of like butts in, like, yes, I am indeed the Empress Fairy. It is a pleasure to meet you all. And perhaps if you do not wish to speak now, you all can get settled in. That way you all can perhaps better get acquainted to life down here. And the sort of shark captain kind of steps in again, is like, actually, looking at this group over, I'm quite impressed to an extent. Usually my understanding of surface dwellers is nothing but a bunch of drunks on boats, so seeing such a group is mildly impressive.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes, we understand the confusion. That is a group of surface dwellers we often try to not entertain ourselves with.
Yes.
Probably.
Well then, if I may, speaking as one of the most authoritative people in the room besides the Empress herself, I would absolutely enjoy the opportunity to have a little bit of a spar with you all. Obviously not one-on-one, that'd be too much time consuming, but perhaps your group against some of my finest warriors, if you're all up for the proper challenge.
I
We
just realized
would
my
be
guns
honored.
might not work down here.
I'm sorry, I
That's
didn't hear the land elf. What did you say?
I'm talking to myself.
Oh,
Sorry.
You're gonna have to be much quieter. I can hear you.
That goes for me as well. That goes for me
I
as well.
hide my
I like
giggles.
to talk out loud to myself as well.
We're not drunk.
I
Probably.
find it quite useful.
I smack Revan and tell him to shut up.
You see the steward kind of like meekly swim
I
up
don't
to
know if my guns are gonna work.
You see the steward kind of swim up to the Empress and is like, the surface elf, which I believe is a high elf of some sort, is indeed not intoxicated, I can tell that. But now there's the rest of them. There's a general sense of unnerve. Oh, never mind. As you just see the Empress kind of like give him a look, and he just sort of like bows and kind of backs off a little bit. As she then kind of looks at you, it's like, well, I did not expect that, so if you all are indeed willing to challenge the champion, that is more than fine. I can set something up. If you all would like at least a place to stay for the evening before anything happens, I'd be happy to have one of my steward here show you to someplace more accommodating.
That would be wonderful. Thank you for your generosity.
That would be great.
Yes, indeed.
Well, I'm call me horribly curious, but what is that creature behind the golden one? As she kind of points to SAB, who's kind of like, he's not struggling in the water, but he's just very confused about the weightlessness.
Yeah, he hasn't been down here in places like this a whole lot. He's a little confused.
He's adorable.
He's a yes.
He's something.
You kind of see like the kind of large shark that was sitting next to, or who was kind of like moving next to her, kind of slowly starts kind of like swim towards SAB just a little bit, just kind of checking him out.
Paragon, make sure that SAB doesn't snap at one of them.
Oh, that could be bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he's never bitten one out of turn. He's never bitten anyone, you know.
He's never encountered a shark before.
Well, we'll see. I imagine if he bites him, the shark started it, so he'll be okay.
You just see the shark kind of do like a little like above, like swim above you guys a bit and just kind of circle back.
How about this? Put SAB where I was just standing in the middle, so he's sort of like surrounded on all sides.
All right.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
All right.
Yeah, this way we can just extra set of eyes. But I'm telling you, like those sharks better stay out of our fucking way. That's.
Oh yeah, there's the two kind of like sentry sharks that are kind of like swimming up and down the area, and then there was the bigger one that was just kind of like sharing in the Empress's curiosity, who just sort of swam over your group.
Mhm.
But yes, the steward sort of starts to swim up the kind of mermaid gentleman. He's like, very well, if you all wouldn't mind following me, so that the get you all away, or at least a little bit more familiar to your liking. I believe we have something set up for you all. Just follow me this way as he kind of like starts to swim over your group.
Oh, man.
Thank you so much.
This
It
is
was a pleasure to meet
terrifying.
all of you.
Amazing.
Why are all of you so casual? We're underwater. We're supposed to be sleeping here.
All right, so you all start to follow this mermaid man.
And Barnacle Boy?
No, there's no barnacle boy yet.
God dang it.
It's too early in mermaid man's life.
Cut the stream. Cut it.
Well, you heard him. He's my boss, so I gotta cut the stream.
Oh no!
But you all,
and
We've
name
angered
only,
Mr.
remember?
Gamehouse.
you all
Name
are
only.
swimming, and he kind of leads you to a very interesting area of the sort of underwater castle type situation you're all in. He sort of stops. He's like, "This is your area. Just swim to those set of double doors over there. I unfortunately will not be able to lead you in because once I go past those doors, having no legs, I would just sort of fall to the ground and not be able to stand up."
Understandable.
And
We wouldn't want that.
is there anything I can do for you all before leaving you for the evening? I'm more than happy to give you information about the sort of contest the betrothed champion is going to be issuing tomorrow.
Yeah, give us a little more information about that. That'd be great.
Yeah. What
What the
exactly is this going to look like? This
Oh.
challenge.
Well, it is a ancient Triton's tradition for our best warrior and his selected group to battle those of a new tribe. We've done this with the turtles, with the sea elves, the mermaids, of various ilk. The Triton, being the most dominant species of here underwater, were the ones who instigated this because it was their original tradition when they were integrating us into their societies. Basically, what's going to happen is that they're going to fight you in an all-out battle. You need not worry of death because we have various clerics on standby, but they will not be holding back, as Triton tradition calls being ruthless, and you're all familiar with the simple fact that Tritons are sort of, very much the long-age descendants of sharks, so they do not tend to pull their punches in a combat sense.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yes.
Very good to know.
But
Yes.
I simply would like to assure you that death is not a problem. Injury, that's a little bit of, well, pardon my silliness, but that's a little bit of murky water there. However, it is a
How
sort
clever.
of rite of passage, and well, if I may have a bit of time to look into a few things, I could go grab you all a few things to help your stay, but I would probably seek to speak to you all later, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Of
Um,
course.
in that case, when you get inside, there will be a sort of tub, sort of in the middle of the room. If you could just make sure that when I do come back, that tub is filled. That way we can converse in a area that's more suitable for you all. That's all I ask.
Ah,
Yes, we will do so.
yes.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, I will look into getting you all at least some food. I'm sure you're a bit haggard from your travels. But other than that, make yourselves at home as fast as you can. I'll be right back as soon as possible. As he kind of starts to slowly kind of swim away, he's kind of like tail fin kind of kicking up a little bit of dust as he's kind of like working his way down the underwater hallway. As you all are left before a set of like very elegant looking double doors made out of stone, with a sort of kind of runic. Oh, gnat. Ugh. It's damn gnats.
A runic gnat.
Yes, there's a runic symbol in the shape of a gnat above the door.
Oh my.
I'm kidding.
How about that?
Yeah, it's a runic symbol above the door, not in the shape of a gnat because I don't want that to be canon. If does anyone push in first or?
Our fearless leader, Vaneth.
I enter.
Man, if you excuse me, oof, you step in, finding that the salt water around you, which the ring allows you to be sort of, unbothered by, vanishes as you enter into an oxygenated room. No water.
That's
Oh, wow.
nice.
There is slight water damage that has been at least tended to, but you enter in a very lovely looking kind of room that's been decorated to, or at least renovated to where surface people would be able to sleep comfortably.
Gotcha.
Smells a little bit like mildew, but it's not like an overwhelming scent. It's more just like every once in a while, it'll be like, oh, eesh, use some lemon pledge or something. Either way, you step in. It's well decorated. There's multiple kind of doorways off to the sides of this kind of larger sort of sitting room. There's a sort of like kind of large table where people could sit at. No kitchenette, as cooking underwater is a very difficult thing to do. So you guys just sort of have a little sitting area and your prospective bedrooms, enough for each of you to have your own room. Is there anything anyone would be doing during a little bit of downtime before anyone would come knocking?
I'm trying to figure out if my guns work. If I need them. 'Cause I don't think they do.
Well,
So,
Revan, would you like to test out your guns?
I would
Go for
like
anything,
to.
so take it easy.
I would
What are
like
you
to.
gonna hit though? You're gonna damage something.
Wait,
don't
wait, just
try
listen.
not putting a bullet in it.
Shut your mouth and listen. I'm not going to put a bullet in it. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
I just want to see if the flint, or the strike, the hammer actually works.
That's not code for anything.
Yeah, it's not probably. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot. Or I'm gonna test my gun without a bullet in it and just see if the actual combustion works or not.
All right, so you're still out in that kind of like watery area before the entranceway, and you kind of unload one of your guns, just kind of like fire off, and with the magic of the ring sort of on you that you guys have, the mechanism of the gun works fine and lets out a sort of like dry fire.
Nice.
Okay,
Now,
good.
I
I remember to bring my sword though, just in case, because I feel like I might still need it.
Understood. Now I have to step away for a quick second, so you all feel free to talk about stuff and be ready to give me a summary of what you say. I'll be right back.
Okay. How about that?
Guys, I am still very afraid, because as a pirate, they tell me, sleeping with the fishes,
Yeah, we're just gonna pretend that you're not a pirate for today. They don't really seem to be big fans of pirates.
Yeah,
And
and
I
especially
understand why.
Yeah, especially
I'm
Revan's
not a
kind
very
of
big fan of him.
Yeah.
Hey, which kind of pirate?
Oh, you know what kind of pirate
Super
you are.
drunk kind.
I think I know which kind
Pyrus
of
is
pirate.
afraid of scurvy.
I mean,
Hey,
they're
scurvy is no
particularly
joke.
prejudiced against butt pirates down here.
I knew it. I knew it.
So we need to protect Revan at all costs.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Hey man, you're a rare breed.
Protect Revan with my life.
We must protect him. He's rare.
I am.
God,
A
yeah.
rare- I am the.
Totally.
I'm
So
the prophet of the evil
So
Emperor.
rare.
The exhaustion in Mina's voice is incredible. Yeah. Oh, great.
She's very excited.
Great.
She
Yes.
just remembers when her and Aragon and I were on the island initially, all those many
And
moons
Aiden.
ago.
Oh yeah.
We don't talk about him. Oh wait, he's here, isn't he?
Here.
Yeah, we don't.
He's here with us.
I forgot he's with us this time.
Yeah.
He hasn't been on the screen at all.
Yeah, he who must not be named. You know. That's
Thank you.
He's got himself a new religion. He's got some new friends.
Yeah, but he
He's
hasn't
living his
converted
best
over
life.
to Lord Scourge yet. So, or Scurv, excuse me.
Unfortunately for him.
We'll convert them all. Don't worry. Maybe my second class will be a cleric.
Oh my. Oh.
Or a warlock.
Now, what I miss?
Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
We
at
told
all.
Revan he should act like he's not a pirate.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they don't really seem to like pirates
And
down
You
here.
gotta protect the very special boy.
Now, yes, I'm looking at chat and I see a few things. What did I miss, guys?
Nothing.
Really
Nothing
nothing.
at
We were
all.
just making fun of Revan. What we do best.
Fair enough.
I'm just afraid to sleep with the fishes. That's all.
This is
For good reason as well.
He's
For very
nervous.
good
He's
reason.
nervous.
Yeah.
It's his first time. It's perfectly normal.
Isn't it everybody's first time underwater?
This is a quick public service to the chat right now. If I missed anything that this group discussed, please post it in chat multiple times so I can read it. This is all. This is your current public service announcement speaker. This is Liam Neeson, and I still not paid because of the top billed actor. I can't believe this bullshit. I'm going to go out and punch it. Okay, Liam, that's enough. Get out of here.
Damn.
I was about to say some racist
Be
shit,
gone.
I know it. Either way.
Oh my god.
Either way. So, you all are sitting in this sort of common room, underwater, able to breathe easily enough. The sort of small inconveniences, not really that even noticeable. Just, you kind of understand, feel like, well, they couldn't probably get it 100% dry, but right now it's pretty damn good. We're able to sleep and rest pretty well.
Yeah.
So after about 30 minutes, you guys do eventually hear on the door.
Who is it?
Shark Guard member Titus. If I may have audience with the surface dwellers.
Yes, we
Of
do have
course.
your tub filled up.
No, that I'm not the steward. As you kind of open the door, you see a member of the Shark Guard, like a Triton. He sort of simply says, "I am here on behalf of the betrothed champion Revanus. I wish to impart a message from him, if it's all right if I may come in."
Of course.
Very well. As he kind of steps in and kind of takes like, oh, excuse me, I don't usually go out in oxygen.
Sorry, it's completely understandable.
Thank you.
Yeah, that
Oh.
transition has to be difficult.
It's it's a thing. But either way, as I said, I am Titus. I'm a member of the Shark Guard sent here by the betrothed champion, and I wish to impart a message from him to you all. about tomorrow's vigil event. He requests that you all choose up to at least 5 of your best um, to spar with himself and his personal gods that he has chosen to fight with him, as well as the simple fact to give his best as a show you got. But he also wishes that whether you win or lose, you pay respects to help bolster his own sort of reputation, as he is a newly elected member to the newly established council that was put in right before the most recent Empress's ascension to power.
Hmm.
It is an odd situation,
Of
yes,
course.
and I have been asked to impart about this since I apparently am the most non-opinionated member of my troops.
All right.
And if there's any questions you all have, you're free to ask them. I may not be fully informed, but I'm sure I can give you somewhat of a solid answer.
Thank you.
Yes. So you said up to 5 or minimum of 5?
Up to 5.
Up to 5, and I can see
Alright.
you have more than 5. The strange animal from the surface world will not count. You'll be able to have him with whomever he is accompanying with. But
Nice.
2 of your party will have to sit out. I do apologize.
Oh.
Understand.
Well, I mean,
I'll take a back seat on this one, guys. You got it.
I'm the healer, but
So you gotta be there.
Revan,
You
you
say Aiden.
Revan, as you
should
kind of
not
like
be
say you'll
this
take
way.
a back seat, you feel an arm around your shoulder with Aiden say, "Nah, partner, you came all this way and you're not gonna at least show off for the crowd. Come on, I know you better than that."
Oh no, Aiden. It would be rude of me on your first adventure in many moons to not allow you to go out and do the fighting.
Oh, I have to insist that you get out there, partner. Mainly because the DM doesn't want to pilot another NPC on the players' team.
And I as the leader would much rather have Revan by my side.
See,
Oh,
look, he's got an
Much
actual
rather have
reason.
someone we could communicate with.
oh.
Can I roll for it?
No, Rob, what the fuck, man?
Come on, Rob.
I have
You're really killing
an
us.
entire
I'm
other
trying
team
to
pilot. I
really
can't
sad.
pilot
I
another
don't wanna play
team.
what my
D&D today.
character would do, and my character is a little bitch when it comes to this specifically. And I know you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, he always is," but I mean, like, he's afraid of shit. This is scary times for him at this place.
Well, what better way to face your fear?
There are
Revan, as
sharks.
the leader, I am signing you up.
I mean, I never took you as a little bitch, Revan.
Oh.
Ooh.
Dunking on him.
Little bitch baby.
I pull out my gun, I put it right to his forehead. I say, "Say it again, you motherfucker.
You're
Say
a
it
little
again."
bitch. What are you gonna
Save
do about
it for the fight, Revan.
I shoot it, but I remember obviously I don't have a bullet in it, but I shoot it.
He kind of
I
like
say,
looks at you, shoot the gun, and it has a blank, and he just sort of like looks at the gun and looks. He's like, "God damn, you were gonna do it." I respect that.
Holy shit.
As he's just kind of giving you that kind of like very smug grin.
I turn back to our friend who is here from the other party, and I say, "Excuse us, we're just just surface things. I believe that answers all our questions, and we look forward to sparring with you later."
Very well.
Yes, we're so excited about this
there,
fight. We're just all riled up.
That is all right. Is there any message you have for Revenus tomorrow?
We look forward to a good fight.
Bring your A game.
Very well then. Well, I obviously want to be a member. He already has his personal platoon picked, but very well. I shall pass the message on. Thank you all very much, and
Thank you, sir.
but of course, as he kind of like does a bow, and you kind of notice he moves a little awkwardly when he's not out of water. It's just like, oh, okay, oh, here we go.
Yeah. It's all good. You got it, buddy.
Yep. I haven't been deployed up topside yet, so I've been dealing with a little problem on our own front, which I'm sure Revenus would be happy to discuss with you tomorrow after the match. She then opens the doors and lets himself out. And he elegantly swims away as he seems far more comfortable with swimming through the waters as he does trying to walk around.
Nice guy. Nice guy.
I wanted to
Very
be clear.
sweet.
I would have shot Aiden. I would have done it.
Oh, I know, buddy.
We all know.
Yeah, asshole.
What? About time we grew up.
As your friend, Revan, I wanna help you get over your fears, and there's not a better way to get over your fear of the ocean than to fight some people in the ocean.
I don't mind the ocean. It's what's in the ocean.
Well, I'm gonna help you deal with what's in the ocean.
I will cut your fucking head off. I will do it.
Big baby.
Revan, I will have to agree this time. You are being as Mina has said, big baby.
Big bubble blowing baby.
I will burst this fucking bubble and take all your rings while you're sleeping.
Oh, Arrakis, like as you are, Arrakis will kind of like.
Revan. I have my magic stone, friend.
Arrakis kind
Yeah,
of.
and I have
Yeah,
two.
he's just gonna kill the rest of us.
Arrakis kind of just slowly coming up for Revan, patting him. She's like, hey, dude, it's okay, it's fine. Just deep breath in and out while we have oxygen. She's just.
Yeah, Arrakis, you might need to be in a special bubble tonight.
Maybe. I don't know. I told you guys about having had visions about something similar to this, right?
Yeah, how you're gonna marry?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, we're gonna find you a nice wife.
Well, I don't know about marriage, but like, it's like, if I can speak for a second, none of the visions had her being so big. Like that's a woman, but I mean, like, that there's nothing bad about it. Like, I'm just like, I'm a little thrown off. I don't know if I can be as useful as I can be. If you need me in the fight tomorrow, I can help out. But
you're that thrown off. I'm just kidding. I love you. I support you in this. You can sit out. That's all right. Mwah, loves and kisses.
Thanks.
All right, it's official. I'm killing everybody in here.
Revan, come on. Don't make me, Revan. Look, I don't want to bubble you. I don't want to waste the spell.
There.
Fine.
It's not worth.
I will
It's
not
not
kill
worth the slot.
everybody. For now.
Thanks, buddy. As Arrakis just gonna pat you on the shoulder. Is there anything?
I stare evilly at Aiden specifically, even though he's done nothing wrong.
Oh, he's sitting back staring at you too. He's just sitting down.
Oh shit.
Ooh. But chilling.
But yeah, about 30 minutes pass as you all are kind of getting settled in. You hear much like kind of like, fainter.
This is the guy we had to fill the tub for, yeah.
Now, did anyone fill the tub?
Yeah,
I would say that we,
had it filled for the earlier guy. We had it filled for the earlier guy, so it's already filled.
All right.
Yeah,
okay,
we should
enough.
probably top it off a little bit so that it's like comfortable. But
Yeah.
I'm with Mina. Everyone loves sitting in bath water that someone else has already sat in.
Well, no, the Triton didn't get in the water. He just sort of like awkwardly stood around.
You said you did.
Don't
you
they
said it
sell
for
that
other
shit
guy
for money?
earlier.
Some people do, and they make good money doing so.
Hey, to each their own.
This is a public service announcement from the game house. We don't endorse bathwater selling.
That is correct. That's a good public service announcement.
I think I can really stand behind the game house now that they have made this official announcement. I was on the fence at first, but they really cleared their position for me.
I'm glad we're being very clear with that. That was a big concern of mine.
Of course.
Whenever this comes on, this is the official statement of the DM and the streamer, Chandler Angle, not the game house. The game house could agree with me, but they probably don't. That's fine Either way,
God.
either way, I'm gonna stop sticking the microphone in my mouth. Next, you guys open the doors for the kind of like very like humble looking mermaid steward, as he kind of like starts to kind of like swim in, and then as the water dissipates, he just kind of like falls there. It's like, oh,
Oh,
hello. Uh, pardon the
Hello.
intrusion. I hope you all have had the chance to settle in. I don't know if anyone's come to visit or not, but if you don't mind me, I'll just pull myself to that tub before getting into the conversation. Just one moment.
Would you like a hand?
That would be lovely, yes.
Perfect. I go and I just like pick him up and place him in the tub.
Oh, thank you, my good man.
Of course.
Set him down. He kind of like adjusts his kind of like outfit that he was wearing. Kind of adjusts his glasses. Right then. Now, has anyone else approached you all recently, asking questions or getting information?
Yeah, we got someone asking about who we're gonna bring and letting us know how many we can have for this official spar.
I see. Well then, if I may ask you all and also, can you make sure that door over there is locked?
I lock the door.
Wonderful. Now, we have an interesting situation going on here in our own empire, and I would beseech you all to answer honestly. Would you all mind a quick meeting with the Empress?
oh, of course, that's fine. Yeah,
Very well.
whatever you guys need.
Very well.
Yeah, we can go.
How about
Yeah,
that?
we can go right now if that's what you want.
Yes, and if you're in agreement, then please enter into this tub.
Yes.
We're all
And
piling
it's
into the
not like
tub.
it's not like a clawfoot bathtub. Think more like a jacuzzi. Like it's a large thing for multiple
Oh,
people
okay,
to
cool,
sit
cool,
in.
cool, cool, cool. Gotcha. That makes more sense. I enter fully clothed in armor.
Yep. Does everyone else get in, or is it just Vanith and the guy?
Come on, guys. This is
Wait,
gonna
are
be
we all
fun.
getting in?
Yeah, we all gotta get
You
in.
see Arrakis kind of step in. He's like,
Okay.
I guess.
All right, sure, yeah.
Oh my
I'll
God,
hop
fine.
in. Is there a seat high enough for me to not be drowning?
I believe with whatever equipment you are given, you won't drown regardless, my dear.
Oh,
Fair.
that's right. I mean,
Unless
that's
if
true.
I
But
have her
also, it's
ring.
kind of embarrassing to be the only one whose face is underwater. But that's okay.
Fair point.
That's okay.
I do
I
apologize.
That
offer
seems like
my
a you
hand if
problem.
you want to like step on my hand.
Oh.
But yeah, as you all kind of start to enter the tub, you see Aiden still sitting down in the chair. He's like, you know what? I think I'll let you all pass. It looks a little crowded in that tub.
All right, Aiden, you hold down the fort.
10-4, partner.
Perfect. All right. We are prepared.
And slowly, you hear the sound of moving stone as the tub slowly starts to descend into the ground. Still
That's
no
weird.
water kind of flooding in as you're in a kind of like, stone chute, slowly traveling down. The sort of area above you kind of closing in. A short moment of darkness as you all can kind of see faintly. Slowly you are lowered down into another kind of oxygenated room. And sitting there at another sort of like very decadent looking chair is the Empress. As she sees you all kind of slowly come down, it's like, oh, good, you all agreed. Oh, that's wonderful.
Of course, Your Highness. What can we help you
Sure.
with?
Well, I saw that the betrothed champion, God, I hate saying that. I saw that he sent a guy by your room earlier, and I wanted to talk to you all to see if you all wouldn't be willing to play ball for me a little bit.
Oh.
Excuse me, we're playing ball?
Well,
Which ball?
it's a political kind of ball, my friend. I don't like it games, but I have to do it since I run this place.
I've heard about politics balls.
Yeah, they're not fun. No. if I may, my family has ran the sort of kingdom of the Triton since long we can remember. And we've also included the other races down here as under our protection and whatnot. We protect the various rifts of the elemental plane of water. We monitor any and all dangerous ocean life and activity, and we make sure people are safe as best as possible. But recently, a few hoity-toity folk got together to make a dumb council and elected you know who to be a supposed champion and whatnot, enacting some ancient bullshit rule to where if people see fit, I could be wedded to a person I don't even know. And I don't like that.
Interesting.
See,
Mm-hmm.
while I'm not opposed to getting married at any point, I don't want to marry some little prick that I don't even know who seems to wear
Rando.
boots bigger than his feet. So, I'd like you all to do me a bit of a favor, if that's alright.
Uh-huh.
I look at Baracus.
You just see him kind of like sweating, just kind of like taking the handkerchief around his neck off and kind of dabbing his forehead. Just like, "Yeah, we must be
My
near
eyes are
about
fixated
something."
on him.
Your
Fixated.
Majesty, it's an interesting thing that you should bring this up, as do you believe in prophetic visions, Your Majesty?
Oh, personally, yes. I believe in a higher power that tends to give me quite interesting visions of how to lead my people. He's led my family so far. He's never led us astray.
Ah, so you are a follower of the evil Emperor Scourge.
Shut up. Shut up, Brevin. This is serious. Okay.
I am serious. Are you mocking my religion?
I
Of
am.
course
Is
not.
it like a surface
Your
thing?
Majesty.
Or?
No, this is
It
this
is.
is an
It is a
everybody
surface
thing.
thing. I'm very sorry. He is very passionate.
I mean,
But
don't
right
get me
now
wrong,
it's
I've
not the
been-
right time.
Don't get me wrong. I've been lobbying for religious open practice and whatnot, but we could save that discussion for another time when I'm not as stressed out, if that's all right. Mr.
I
Brevin?
agree.
Gladly, I hand her a
Yes.
pamphlet.
What the fuck is this? And she kind of holds it. Oh, this is what you guys call paper. Okay, we make everything out of kelp down here. She kind of pockets it.
And,
Cool.
She pocketed it.
So if
Serious?
if you're open to following the whims of this possible higher power, we have one in our group who has been receiving prophetic dreams that they should become wed to Your Majesty.
We don't know that.
Is that right? And you kind of like see your Rax in the background. It kind of like interjects like, hey, it wasn't like a for sure thing. It was just a reoccurring thing. I don't mean to speak out of turn. And you just see the Empress look to her. She's like, "Hi, be quiet now." As Arrakis just kind of like looks down, goes quiet, and the kind of like purplish skin starts to go a little bright pink.
Aww. Sweetheart. It's okay.
So,
But that's that doesn't necessarily mean that we're thrusting this upon you in any way. I just wanted to inform you that there have been things on our side of this discussion as well.
Sure.
really, another person getting visions, whatnot. And she kind of like, at first she was standing in front of the entire group, kind of looking at you all in a very kind of like like stern, sort of like regal look. But then she's now kind of like curiously walking a little closer to Arrakis, just kind of looking him up and down. I'm gonna roll something off screen real quick.
Ooh, you little cutie.
Okay, that's. Oh, you know what? Okay then. Yeah, she looks him up and down for a little bit, and then she eventually looks back to me and was like, "Well, assuming that what you're saying checks out, you're saying that you're willing to help me."
Yeah.
maybe.
All right. However, I'd like to make a few conditions at the very least. I am more than happy for you all to make a few conditions as well. But if I may
Understand.
just get a few things across first. Tomorrow, at the event, I want you all to do your best to humiliate him. Not his
Okay.
friends.
Alright.
His friends can have honorable fights with you all, but him specifically has to look like an ass.
Mm.
I
My
got a
speciality.
plan.
Well,
I
I
have a
should say
plan.
our speciality.
Perfect. Secondly, there's at least one instance where he could, at the end of the fight, challenge one of yous to a one-on-one. If that happens, continue to embarrass him.
Ah. Yes.
And if at all possible, if he does choose one of you instead of one particular person you've already alluded to, say that that person you've alluded to is the one who'll do it. As she kind of like looks back to Arrakis kind of curiously, he's just kind of, yeah, I believe in my team, they can do it. Yeah.
Oh, how convenient. We are only supposed to have 5. And now we need somebody to sub in. God,
No. It's not a sub-in. This is a reserve, if you will. The 5 of yous will embarrass him. If he tries to pull some bullshit tomorrow, we'll put in this guy. As she kind of actually walks next to Arrakis and just kind of puts an arm around him and lifts him up. It's like, ah! I'm not much of a fighter. I'm a good.
You should see this guy on the battlefield. He's incredible.
He's got this magic that's so powerful. Oh my god, he's like incredible, amazing. He's so humble. So
She just
down
kind of
to
like
earth.
puts a finger to her, say, "Shh, you'll do great," and puts him back down and walks to the front of your group. Okay, I like this. I like this a lot.
Of course,
This
you're
is
mad.
gonna
However,
be fun.
I would also, at the very least, like to speak to this gentleman for a little bit. If he's having
Absolutely.
visions of betrothed as well, I at least want to get to know that one. I don't know why,
Absolutely.
but he's kind of cute. And you just see Rex like,
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
As he just kind of puts a hand over his mouth and he just like doesn't know what to do.
He's
Amazing.
very cute.
He's so cute.
Incredible stuff here.
Yes, we agree for him on his part that you can spend some time together.
Eventually, she's like, wonderful. I'm glad we're on the same page. Now, this last minute addition I did not expect, but I am actually quite intrigued in. So you all go ahead and get a good rest.
Mhm.
I'll make sure my steward brings you a nice, pleasant meal to serve you in the morning. As you all kind of, she then kind of formally dismisses you all, the steward allowing you all to get back into the tub as he kind of like pulls himself out and kind of like finds a chair that was waiting down there for him, which is kind of like a wheelchair. And as you all kind of start to step in, Arrakis slowly starts to step in as the Empress just puts a hand on his shoulder, like, now, I believe you and I have a dinner date. It's just like, okay.
I want to put my hand on Arrakis's other shoulder, and I'll be like, Arrakis, it's okay. You got this. Go find your Michelle.
I don't know what that means. I need an adult. I don't know what's happening.
You are an adult.
Oh God, you're
You're
right.
an adult.
And slowly,
We got this.
he just kind of like slowly pulls his boot out of the tub, and you guys start to ascend back up into your room. As he just kind of looks up.
Amazing.
That is
Incredible.
amazing.
Eventually,
Absolutely here for it.
the tub
I
returning
love
to
everything
the
about this.
dang chat's blowing up right now. But yeah, eventually that all hinged on one roll. By the way, like her actually
Good.
finding him attractive hinged on one roll, and I rolled the D100.
He's hot.
He
Of
is
course
apparently
he's hot.
Triton because I rolled a D100 and it was like, okay, yeah, no. Like, low, she finds him unattractive, but a means to an end. High, genuinely interested, I rolled a 100 on a D100 off screen.
Oh,
Yes! A racket.
I did not expect it to go
100.
that well.
But does
What
he
an
also find
absolute
her
homie.
attractive?
Oh
You have a
my
good point. Hold on.
goodness.
Is it
Well, I
a
mean,
mutual thing?
Of course he does. Did you see how nervous he was?
now
He
I
was,
don't know.
oh
He
my
seems
gosh.
scared.
Here's the
It's gonna
thing.
be so cute. I gotta pick out my wedding dress, y'all. What's my bridesmaid?
We have to
wedding
come
dress
back to this
gonna be?
godforsaken place. Ugh.
God, I
Rev's
hope
like, oh no.
I hope I'm his best man. After killing a man for him, I hope he would appoint me his best man.
You didn't kill him.
You
Oh,
almost
you're
did
right.
that.
After being willing
Mortally
to kill someone
wounding.
from him.
But yeah, you guys.
So I would graciously share co-best man with any of you guys.
Aww.
But yeah, you guys.
Well, we all know.
Chad just called what a fucking Chad. But yeah, you guys eventually arise back in the tub into the room you were sitting in, Aiden sort of looking at a book that he closes as you all enter into the room. He's like, well, that was quick. How y'all do?
Oh, wonderful.
Rackus is gonna fuck the queen.
Shut up.
Well, goddamn.
Aiden.
Give her that scrawny little bastard.
He's cute. Aiden.
What? He's
No.
scrawny.
He is adorable.
You seen him? Look, I'm just gonna say. One time I was going to the showers on the boat. I bumped into him. All I saw him in was a towel, and you know what?
Ew.
He's scrawny.
Ew.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
Aiden.
God, where was
That's
that
crossing
going?
the line.
Okay.
That's
What do you
really
mean that's crossing the line? I was going to take a
He
shower.
is
I bumped into
underage,
him.
Aiden. Oh my! We just gotta kill him.
What do you mean underage?
No, he's
Dude,
not.
he's like 26 or something, 25. He's in his 20s.
I
Man.
know that for elves. I know for elves that's very young. I know that's like
Well, yeah, but
baby
elves are fucking
crawling out
weird.
of the cradle.
Swear to God, Aiden.
What? You're fucking weird, man.
Excuse me. I swear to Scurv.
Oh, good save, good save. Good one, partner.
Of course.
God damn.
All right. Well, if that's all the weird faux pas happening for this evening, I think we got to turn into one of these here rooms. Y'all need to let me know, and if Revan, if you really are feeling a little too out of it, if it's your time of the month to where you can't fight, just let me know in the morning.
I will slit your throat as you sleep, you stupid bitch, and I walk away.
That's not the way. As he just closes the door behind him.
What the fuck?
But yeah, you all have an evening to rest, unabated and unbothered by the troubles of the oceans. And I'll go in order of names on Discord. Aragon, is there anything you'd like to do, in your time of rest before going to sleep?
I'd like to check on the health of SAV because he's not very vocal. Is there anything I can do to sort of get a idea on how he's handling the new terrain?
Yeah, give me an advantage.
So
Either give me an advantage animal handling check or an advantage medical check.
I'll give you animal handling. That makes more sense. Plus, I have a +2. I'll just take that.
Yeah, 19. Are you sure you don't want to roll for see if you get a critical?
Oh, I mean, in this case, sure, but yeah, we're good.
Fair enough, 19. Yeah, you kind of go to SAB, who you kind of like, you pat on the head a little bit as he kind of like, he didn't go down with you onto that tube, but he seemed to have found one of the rooms that was open that Aiden wasn't near, as he's just sort of like, kind of like sitting on the bed. He seems nervous, but he's doing all right for the most part. You check his, his teeth to see if he's eating anything on the way in. You could definitely tell he's eating some raw fish as he was just kind of swimming through the capital. Well fed, just a little nervous.
Good. He seemed a little out of sorts trying to adjust to life down here, but we won't be here very long, I foresee.
Yeah, he kind of like, once you sit down, he kind of like leans on you just a bit as you just kind of like, huffs. He's like, Roll me a nature check to see if you know what that means, by the way, for a velociraptor.
A nature check.
Yes.
Oh, I've never used this one. Oh, shocking. +2. What's up?
Aragon's pretty good with nature. He's really good with nature. Look at that. Aragon.
That's
Bennett.
me, baby.
Your understanding of dinosaurs is actually fairly, robust. Actually, one of them being velociraptors. And while SAB doesn't appear like the velociraptors you were taught about in Otrophia, in Drakenval, your original home nation, usually creatures like this don't make this kind of noise or gesture unless they feel safe.
Oh.
How about that?
It's much
Well,
like
good.
how a rabbit will never make noise under two conditions, to where it'll make noise and feel safe and can actually kind of relax, or when it's caught and is about to die. And it's two very different noises. But in this instance, you can tell SAB just feels safe.
Good.
But yeah, quick tidbit for anyone watching: don't Google what rabbits sound like when they get caught by a predator. It's haunting.
Oh, yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I remember a story to where when the FBI, when somebody wanted them to move out of a building that they commandeered in Austin or something, the neighbors just all played the sound bites of rabbits being caught by predators on a loop.
Wow.
It was terrible. But either way.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But after Aragon checks on SAB, Marie, could you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Ooh, yes, I sure can. 14.
Well, it is now up to you. Do you want to visit from the crystal, or do you not?
Yes.
Alright
Yes.
then. You
I
lay
wanna
down
ask
for a
her.
bit, and gradually that sense of weightlessness comes back to you. Excuse me. And you find yourself on that same familiar beach. And it's far more lively. There's a bit of ocean life in the water, crabs kind of walking up and down the beach. It seems a lot more populated now as the entity Aqua Rock is sitting on her porch, and he sees and she waves excitedly, Mina. Yeah, she walks over, picks you up, and actually gives you a big ol' hug.
Aw. Are you enjoying being in the ocean?
Oh yes, it's such a nice change of pace. Usually I don't have anything around here other than you, and when you got down here, all this life just started to boil up, and it's wonderful.
Aw.
But
That's awesome.
I also, and I hate to be such a snoop, but I know one other thing. It seems your friend Revan has not only given my brother a chance, but he's found another one of us.
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. I hope the three of them get along. I do know that the one he found. What's her name? Give me a second as the DM to look up the names. Let's see where the stones.
Yeah, she sounded very interesting.
Where the hell are the stones? Don't tell me I destroyed the stones already. This is bullshit. Here they are.
Just call her Janine for now.
No. She looks. She's like, I know. He found Sephiroth first, and Sephiroth is a bit much. He was one of the first ones made, so he's a little distrustworthy by nature. But Havarok is, I believe, a healthy balance to that, where she's like me, only a little bit more imposing looking.
Yes. Yeah, it is interesting. Wait, what about the girl? There was
Havarok, yes? Or are you speaking of someone else?
No, I think that was her who Revan found. She seemed to be very interesting.
Yes, she is my older sister. See, the sad thing is the older siblings aren't too bright, but they're very excitable. I myself
Aw.
am sort of at the I'm sort of at the point where I'm leveled out with being excited by people and knowledgeable, but my youngest siblings are, well, actually, the sibling above me and below her is actually quite knowledgeable about all things, but I don't know what
Really?
Lanzarote is. Thankfully I remember him because the fact that so many of us are in such close proximity, we're remembering things. I remember
That's
this.
fun.
I remember more about my home, just a little bit more actually. But
Aw.
it's just nice knowing that there's a few more of us close by.
Absolutely. But I did want to get your opinion and your thoughts on what's going on down here in this kingdom. Do you have anything insightful to add to the drama that seems to be unfolding?
Well, I've had a what the fuck? Why did the screen just turn off? Oh, one of my screens just
Oh,
shut off. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can
yes,
hear you.
you can.
It was the
Oh,
gnats. The
it's
gnats chewed on your line.
Gnats!
those damn gnats chewing through my electrical system. I think they just showed the Discord on stream.
Oh,
Hello, Discord.
Alright, a second. Let me just pull
Hello,
this up.
Naps.
Switch. There we go. Okay, I think I got it pulled up. Oh, right. So, Mina, you asked Aqua Rock if, let's see, if she knows anything about the Underwater Kingdom. She knows a little bit, but let's see if she knows more than what I was going to say. Okay, she knows a bit. Well,
yeah.
obviously, because of my nature, I was initially found underneath the depths, or the kingdom of the Empire of the Depths, rather. I remember knowing that the sort of traditional ruler of this kingdom is a matriarchy, passed down from mother to daughter, and when there's a son born, they usually pass down to a female son deemed worthy. But from what I remember, the most recent events were that the prior empress was concerned about her daughter and set up a council to try and aid her. But this business
Oh,
of a betrothed seems a bit odd. From what I
uh-huh.
remembered from the person I was affixed to before the woman you found me with, the idea was the council was supposed to be like a guiding force or advisors, not a group of people finding a new person to take over. This is a new development. Perhaps I've missed something. But I don't know how to feel about this quote unquote champion. And so far, the Empress is eccentric, but doesn't seem as terrible as what I remember the council saying.
Interesting.
But
Interesting. Thank you for this information.
it's no problem. I'm just happy to help. And I am very happy to know that at least two of my siblings are safe, and that I am finally able to be of use to you, Miss Mina. How is it being underwater, by the way?
It's been totally fine. Thanks to having you with me, it's been like totally totally fine. No difficulties whatsoever, which is really
Wonderful.
nice.
That's good. Well, do keep in mind that you're faster than your friends down here, thanks to me, and you do have a few boons that I've granted. But
Yeah.
and I will let you know this, something I probably should have said sooner. But you seem to be quite fortunate in combat that nothing usually hits you.
I'm sorry.
Well, there's just when you have one of us on you, if you're to go unconscious or be injured gravely, we are able to step in and get you out of the line of danger.
That's right. That's right. That's good to know.
Yes. But if there's
Okay.
anything else you wish to discuss, I am more than happy to hear. She kind of like slowly sits down and like notices a crab kind of scuttle up and say, "Ooh,
Aw, is that bandits familiar?
it's, no." From what I remember, Van's Familia is a little bit more elongated. This seems to be just what is it, a hermit crab? Just very large. And you see like a massive hermit crab like the size of your head that she just picks up.
Aw, that's cute. Well, nope, that's kind of all I wanted to discuss. So,
Very well.
thank you.
Thank you, Mina. I feel so much peace here. As she kind of just looks around. And you also notice that, like, very off in the distance, it still looms the mountain, but it seems a bit calmer. In fact, roll me a
Nice.
perception check.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. Perception plus 1. Okay. $15.
Yeah, that's enough. You notice that the kind of like storm clouds and lightning that were around it for the longest time have subsided a little bit. It looks a little. It's not exactly foggy. Maybe it's a bit steamy around that mountain right now.
Interesting. Steamy.
Yeah, a little hot under the collar, maybe, but who knows? But that's going on. Mina eventually drift off to sleep after having a nice little chit chat with Aqua Rock, and that's going on. Vanith, what are you up to, buddy?
Yeah, I think I take my crab on a walk underwater so that he can, because he's just a familiar, he's never
Aw.
actually experienced underwater until today. So I'm just like letting him play with other crabs.
Aw.
All the while, I am testing my limits on how many backflips I can do in a single underwater jump. I imagine it is quite
Beautiful.
high because like I can swim. I'm like actively trying not to swim, so I'm just like being underwater, just like hands on knees, backflipping as many times as possible, so that I can just do a ton of them while I take my crab and let him understand what a crab typically does.
I got you. You find a nice spot, kind of just in one of the gardens, quote unquote gardens of the castle, where your crab kind of starts to interact with other various crustaceans. There's lobsters, there's crabs, there's mollusks and whatnot. He's having fun doing his thing. Roll me an athletics check, just a straight one.
All right, let me see what my athletics is again. Sick. It is rolling. That's only a 10.
10. There's still a little bit of resistance because of all the water around you. The ring allows you to move fairly easily, but doing like such just incredible acrobatics as you're used to. There's a little bit more resistance. So you're able to get at least 15 sort of rolls in a row in one flip. They're very slow, and you have to kind of propel yourself upwards a lot. But
nice.
Yeah, you catch the attention of a few sort of underwater patrons, or not patrons, but viewers. As a couple of aqua elves, triton mermaids, kind of watch you do your flips.
I wave at them and invite them to join me if they feel so led.
Let's see. Hold on a second. Nope, that's not right. I didn't type that in correctly.
Roll a D210.
Okay. About 5 of them kind of actually come over and start doing some flip tricks too. They're showing off a little bit, so just kind of having fun. A lot more of a younger crowd, really, but they're having fun.
Yeah, definitely a good time. Acrobatics are for all, young or old. As I think of my very old grandmother friend who likes to do flips. And these young whippersnappers who are also enjoying flips. I'm just happily reminded of the joy that gymnastics brings to all.
Gotcha.
So many.
Well, that's cute. Well, you're being a sort of like kind of like a Wheaties box on wheels for the sea people. Let's head to Revan. Revan, what are you up to, buddy?
That's a good question. I think I'm just trying to, chill in my room and get over this general fear.
I got you. And it's specifically of sharks or just the ocean?
It's the sleeping with the fishes.
Well, you're currently in an oxygenated environment. There's no water around you. You do look out of a sealed window.
The idea of it.
Okay, that's fair. You're kind of hidden in your room, polishing your guns and whatnot. You look out the window and immediately look away because then you realize like I'm this deep underwater. Roll me a perception check.
Oh God. Let's see. Perception is +4. Okay, maybe that's not a no god. Let's see. 12.
Yeah, you're sitting there and you kind of like breathe in deeply for a second and then look out to the expansive mass that is the ocean. And oddly enough, you look out and see a catfish.
Say that again. Sorry, you cut out.
You look out and oddly enough, you see a catfish, a aquatic creature mostly associated with being in rivers, but it's just down here in the depths of the ocean. It's just kind of like with a big dumb face looking in at you. It's like. Bloop, bloop,
Well, pretty sure I'm gonna die down here.
bloop.
All I got.
Worse.
What?
Well, it could be worse.
Oh, I just curl up in a ball.
I mean, you could die down here. You could be turned into a fish.
Do I have anything that can transport me out of here?
No, probably not.
I'm talking to you, Mr. Fish. Thank you, though, for your kindness.
That's alright. Just boring.
When I come back in from doing flips, I want to see if I can offer Revan a hug or like a pat on the back or anything that would make him feel better, whatever his love language is.
Hey, you roll me. I guess. Roll me a charisma or persuasion, and Revan, if you want, you can roll to resist while a catfish is kind of just looking in on this.
And there's a 12 to try and help Revan.
Okay.
On a persuasion of like, it's gonna be okay, buddy. It's gonna be okay.
Do you want to roll against it, Revan, or you just want to take the assistance?
Oh, I roll against him and I beat him.
Okay.
16.
You kind of like turn away from Vanith, like you kind of turned away from the catfish. Just I don't want to talk to anybody. And you see Vanith kind of come and sit down and pat you on the shoulder, like it's gonna be okay, bud. You kind of like slowly turn away from him, and be like, I just need some space. But then you look back out to the window and the catfish is gone.
Bro, that catfish
I'll
was
do
fucking
that.
talking to me.
I'm sure it was, Revan. I'm sure it was. You might want to get some sleep.
Are you sure you want me shooting at people tomorrow?
You know, I think tomorrow's gonna be another day, and I think you're gonna really snap out of this because, I don't know anyone braver than you, Revan.
You're the best bullshitter on the planet, and I give him a fist bump. All hail Scurv.
I tip my hat and say, all hail Scurv, and I go to bed.
Revan, before we get to Eris, roll me another perception check as you kind of roll over as Vanith leaves. You look out the window. Can't see much. You see like a faint glowing light that kind of slowly disappears. You see what looks to be like that really bothersome catfish is gone, and you kind of see like the end of the tail, kind of like just floating away, as that it seems as that kind of catfish came to taunt you or torment you in your kind of like moment of unrest. Something else came for the catfish, and then drifted away.
Wait, something ate the catfish?
It's weird. You fist bumped Vanith and praised the evil Emperor Skurv, and then as you turned away, it seems that tormenting catfish was dealt with.
Fuck that catfish.
Oh my god, you killed it.
He didn't kill it.
How did I kill it?
Something he worshipped might have, but who knows? He only got a 13.
Ooh,
But
let's go.
with that, we're going to turn to Eris, the dwarven member of the party. Is there anything you are doing whilst this downtime is happening?
Nope, just quietly observing people.
Okay, it's people watching. Okay. I feel so bad. I need to think of things for Eris, but that'll be in the next little mini arc we do. But yep, you sit back, you kind of watch as everyone else either freaks out or just enjoys the depths of the underwater. You swear. Actually, Eris, roll me a perception check as well.
Okay. I forget the buttons. 1 second.
That's all good.
Oh, that's fine.
Only 3. It's a beautiful
Ooh.
night out in the ocean. It's weird. You kind of look out. After you're done observing everyone else, you kind of look out to a window near your room. You can see the moonlight cascading down even so far deep beneath the top of the ocean itself. You also think you saw like a catfish get snagged away by something, and then you kind of think, wait a minute, catfish are like a river creature. What the fuck? Well, then you sort of drift off to sleep, just keeping to yourself and whatnot. Eventually, you all wake up. The sound of movement throughout these sort of the sort of current just generated by people moving around noticeable to you all as you wake up and you see it outside. It's like the water's just swirling a bit. Do you all immediately head back towards where you last met the Empress, or do you all wait to be gathered?
I'll wait.
To be gathered.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you all sort of take your time, get your things together, and you make sure everything's up to snuff. And with that, the eventual familiar sounding limp will knocks on the door.
Come in.
Poking his head in is the. I now need to refine my notes for this arc, this very mini arc. It's now gone.
I would ask if you would like us to draw him a bath.
Well, he doesn't fully come in. He opens the door, and you see
Yeah.
Merlarish, the sort of mermaid steward of the Empress, sort of float in. Well, not in, but he floats at the door. He's like, well, good morning. I hope you all slept well.
Yes.
And I hope you're all ready for the day's events. If I believe you said Mr. Aiden would be the one not participating. Sir, if you'd like to follow me, I can take you to a viewing spot. And if you're all ready, I can lead you to the arena where we can begin the Empress's plan.
Of course.
Yes.
Onward,
perfect.
friends.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
He leads you all to a sort of underground sort of little waiting room with a kind of like a large door that would be pulled open by these chains that are affixed to the wall as he kind of leads Aiden off. And eventually you hear a sort of voice speak over a sort of arcane loudspeaker system here underwater that starts to call out, ladies and gentlemen, our finest warriors of the depths are here to do battle with new allies from far above our own minds, the surface itself. They will be doing battle against a group known as the Doomsday Defenders as we try to solidify our stance upon the surface world. Please give a welcoming underwater depths welcome to those from far beyond our shores as the gate slowly opens up. And I need you all to do me a favor. We're not going to do initiative because it's already 9 o'clock, but we're going to at least have you guys placed for next week. If you all could, as you enter out, place yourselves on this board, on this side of the board appropriately. Make sure you get it.
Nice.
Alright, so Vanith will be up front.
Yeah, I feel like I'd definitely be up front.
Aragon?
Or behind.
Yep, we're here. We're here.
Aragon.
Yes.
Where are you? Why are you over there?
I'm on the
Teacher,
board.
on our side.
He's on the
I'm
board.
our
on
side.
the board.
Yeah, he's on the board, Mina. I know
Well, I
there's
don't
a
know
lot
what you
of.
want me to do. I'm right by all of you guys.
Yeah, he's
What
right
do you
behind
want me to do?
Vanith.
Yes,
What are
right
you
there.
talking
Not
about?
showing that on mine. Okay, I'm gonna reload it.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
yeah,
really
I'm
reload.
standing
What
all
are you
the way
talking
to
about?
the very far left of the arena.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
bro.
there's
There you
so many
are.
people.
Okay, there you
there
are.
you
I'm
go.
sorry.
Now, Aragon, would you have
I'm
SAB
sorry.
It's
with
okay. I
you?
was just like, what is she talking about?
Aragon, would you have SAB with you for this fight?
Yes, I cannot, because I was allowed to bring him, but I don't have his. I can't place him.
I got you. I'll fix that for next week, just because it's been a bit. But
Okay.
yep. But
Yeah.
yeah. Before we head out, I want to show you all something because this has been prepped and in waiting for a while. But
Do it.
I'm sharing the screen now with you all, and there we are.
Oh, hella. Let's go.
But wait, there's another thing I want to show off besides just
Wait,
this new
How
set.
did you know exactly where we were gonna? Okay,
It's
you
because I
can do
put
that.
them down as you put them all down. But guess what?
Okay, I was just making sure. I was like,
We have two
Oh, he's
cameras.
got two
Time.
cameras.
Oh shit!
That
That's
wasn't a
where the
whole lot of
budget
time.
went.
That looks sick.
Oh shit!
We not only have a lighting and prompts, we have two
Screen.
cameras. And guess what? Look who's up here. It's your boy, right there.
Baraka?
Yep, there he is. And there's the Empress, which is so tall she's off the screen.
Ah, Baraka and Michelle.
Michelle.
Jesus.
But
Michelle
yes,
and Baraka
we
Obama.
are going to
Love it.
end it on a
Bless
nice
you.
little cliffhanger as you are about to start into the combat. And now I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to pull it back to the thing. How do I stop this? There we go.
There you go.
But yes, thank you all so much for checking out the stream this week. So glad to be back. So glad to have a little bit of like a, I wouldn't call this filler. I guess I would call this build up or preamble before the main event, as
True.
as you all get ready to battle with the Depths Elite Armored Guard. Also,
Yeah.
for people who can see the Roll20 screen, yes, I did hand make each one of those in Hero Forge, and then I did also just copy and paste a
Jeez.
bunch of them. So
Jeez.
yes,
awesome.
I'm very happy I finally got to use this screen for a little bit, and we'll be able to open next week on this screen so you all can see my work before
Wow.
we see the set again. But yeah, thank you all so much for checking out this week. Thank you so much to the chat who was getting hyped. Thank you so much to my players, guys. I'm so happy you're back, and I cannot wait to fight you next week.
So happy to be here.
Oh, it's
And you
gonna
know,
be-
we should definitely, I think this fight would be even better if we leveled up one level.
No, that
Oh,
happens after the
shit.
fight, man.
Ah.
Listen,
Alright.
you can't level up just because you sent one of your extended members on a date. That's not possible.
Come on, I think that is definitely grounds.
All right, hold
We
on.
were
Let me roll something. Let me roll
strongest
something. Let me roll
wingmen
something.
ever.
All right, let's do it.
And
It's
I'll
gonna
do
be a
this on the
nat
roll
20.
20, so it's fair.
Yes.
It was a good starter date. Wasn't fantastic. Wasn't mind blowing. There was no there was no trains going through tunnels. There was just simply a connection.
It's one date. They'll have plenty more as they're married.
As they are.
Yeah, that's when you start dating a person, after you get married.
Hey, you gotta keep dating even after you're married. That's how you keep it fresh and good.
That's fair.
Aww.
Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for Oh, that's not on the right screen. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Tune in not only next week for the exciting conclusion of the underwater mini arc where these guys will fight a bunch of random fish folk, but also tune in this Saturday because I'm going to be playing not only the usual game like Dead by Daylight and maybe even Fortnite, but we're going to get our hands on the Back for Blood beta. That's right, I pre-ordered the game and I got Back for Blood in the beta. I am so
nice.
excited for that game.
Ooh.
It's so good.
Let's go.
But until next time, everybody, I'm your host, Chandler Angle, and until next time, we'll see you all around the house. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.